Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for attending our final IP2Profit webinar series for 2025. Today, we are going to feature one of the most successful music streaming company, Spotify. We would like to see how Spotify uses intellectual property, uses different kind of intellectual properties like patent, copyright, industrial design, and also trademark to establish itself as one of the most successful company in the digital age. A little bit about myself. I'm a qualified lawyer for Singapore and Malaysia, and also a registered patent, trademark, and industrial design agent. I'm a founding member of Pintas IP Group, and for the past 20 years, I have been actively working in the IP field in the Southeast Asian region, working with companies to build strategies that transform ideas into competitive moat. And in today's session, we are going to look at Spotify, the world-leading music streaming platform, which has revolutionized the way we consume music. Spotify was founded by a Swedish guy, Daniel Ek, in 2006. Today, Spotify is the world's largest music streaming platform. This session, the IP2Profit session, will explore the specific patents, trademarks, and design that form the bedrock, the foundation of Spotify music empire. Okay, a little bit of background about Spotify, and also, a little bit of context of how the music industry was in the early 2000s before Spotify was formed, right? Way back in early 2000, the music industry was in a mess because of the internet, right? The advent of internet has created a big disruption in the music industry. There was this company called Napster, exploded online, letting everyone to download music for free. As a result of that, sales for the traditional record labels plummeted. A lot of artists went unpaid, and everybody was confused as how to listen to music online and make profit from music online. So a lot of companies were competing to come up with a better musical apps. So Spotify founders thought differently. Spotify solved the industry problem by making the music legal, instant, and personal. Yeah, these are the secret weapons. First, they make deals with all the record labels so that the artists get paid. Next, they develop technologies that make the music, the song stream instantly, and also the song that can learn your taste, and they can recommend perfect new songs to your likings. So Spotify journey from a Swedish startup in 2006 to their IPO in 2018 to a global powerhouse with presence in 178 markets. Is a testament to this meticulously executed plan. The key to this plan is to build a multi-layer defense system where every layer, the content, the technology, and the brand, they are fortified by different class of technology, different class of intellectual property. And this is the blueprint for their success. In 2024, December 2024, Spotify has accumulated more than 700 million active users in more than 170 over countries. And out of which, out of the 700 million users, 265 million, they are subscribable. They pay to be on the platform. So what is the secret of Spotify's success, right? So for that, I think we probably we can look at the business model of Spotify. Spotify is not just about music, it is a audio powerhouse, right? At the very basic of okay, I'll just use it at the very basic of core. It is the classical two-sided engine where you have a user on one side and you have the advertiser and labels on the other side. So you can choose to be a free user and or you can be a premium user where you get endless audio. And if you are a free user, then you will have to be interrupted by advertiser who will pay for the copyright of those musics. And the brands will get deeper engagement and also data rich insight over the user. And this layer operates on licensed copyright. So from the very beginning, Spotify has to secure complex web of copyright licenses with different record labels so that they can operate legally at the global level. And this is the entry to the game, right? This is getting licensed content through complex negotiations with all the record labels. And the user can either pay for it, subscribe, or advertiser will pay for it, and they will get insights into your personal data. Yeah, this is at the core of this business model. And this foundation fuel the growth through podcasts and also live audios. These are high margin and exclusive contents that will keep the audiences hooked. And Spotify invested billions in exclusive deals with podcasters like Joe Rogan. You have the Joe Rogan Experience and many other exclusive podcasts. By doing that, Spotify begins to amass its own portfolio of copyrights. Yeah, so this pivot will move them up the value chain from a distributor paying for content to owners of copyrights that can monetize its own high margin IP. And at the core of it all, right, the most important secret sauce is Spotify capitalize on technology, capitalize on data. Spotify does not just stream music, it curates music, it predicts, it personalizes music. And all these underlying algorithms, they are protected by patent. And today we are going to share some of those patents with you. So Spotify, right, is a company built on intellectual property. It is not just a library, it is also an audio guide. And this is the reason why, right, the consumer, the user stays and they keep coming back, right? And you can become so successful in such a short time. So next, we would like to look at the competitive strategies of Spotify. For that, I always refer to Michael Porter's competitive strategy framework. And according to Professor Michael Porter, to be competitive, there are three ways of competing, right? First, you can either choose to be a cost leader, you sell your things at no fear, or you become a differentiator, right? You only offer uniquely desirable products at a premium. And also you need to be focused on a specific market. Michael Porter is of the view that a company cannot be all things to everyone. You have to choose to be either a cost leader or a differentiator. So a company which is stuck in the middle will be going nowhere. So in the case of Spotify, Spotify employs a broad differentiator strategy, right? You can look at the strategy Canva of Spotify. You can compare Spotify to Apple Music and Amazon Music. So the green lines are the competitive position of Spotify. Yeah, so Spotify differentiate from the two other major competitors by investing heavily on podcasts, on its original podcast content, and also on on personalization. So these are the two differentiator. And this personalization technology doesn't just play music. It can learn about your taste, and it can introduce you to your next favorite song, right? And all these differentiating factors, they are heavily protected by intellectual property rights. And the protection given by the intellectual property rights allowed Spotify to sustain its market leadership and also its unique market position. Okay, so what's keep competitor at bay, right? Warren Buffett calls it an economic moat. It is a moat that prevent competitor from coming in and eat away your competitive advantage. So for Spotify, the competitive moat is its intellectual property, its proprietary technologies, the patents, its brand, and the patents and the trademarks that protects those proprietary technologies and the brand. Intellectual property is an important barrier that keeps competitor from copying some of those differentiation that Spotify offers to the market and allows it to generate profit long into the future. So I think before we dive into the Spotify case studies and studies the various trademark and patents Spotify has filed, we would like to do a quick revisit on the basics of intellectual properties. So intellectual property, there are different types of intellectual properties. You have patents that protects invention. And the invention can be a machine patent, it can be a process patent, it can be a composition patent, and copyright protects original expressions like software, like your creative work. Trademark protects identity, your brand, your name, your promise to the consumer. Industrial design protects the exterior look, the look and feel of your apps, the exterior look of your industrial product. And you also have the trade secrets that protects the know-how that give you an edge. So in essence, intellectual properties transform ideas into assets, right? It gives companies a monopoly, the right to make, to sell, to use something within a specific jurisdiction and time frame. And Spotify master this intellectual property playbook very well. Every piece of technology, every new brand, every new product, they are all protected by different kinds of IP. Without this protection, the innovation will slip away, competitor can copy, and with this IP, innovation become a economic moat. It is a fortress that will keep you competitive for a foreseeable future. Okay, so what are the basic functions of intellectual properties? Basically, intellectual property offers you a barrier of entry. It prevents a competitor from coming in and steal away your differentiator. Yeah, and also on the flip side of barrier of the entry, you get freedom to operate. When you file an IP, you will get confident that you are not likely to be sued, right, for using an idea, because idea being intangible, it can be easily owned, right? So if you have some form of IP, you can secure also legal barrier of legal freedom to operate. So these are the two basic functions of IPs. So for Spotify, intellectual property is a key engine. They are the main engine of growth. They filed patents on their innovation to give them monopoly, time-limited monopoly on certain functions that they own. that allows them to be the sole entity that offer features like the dynamically generated playlist based on the time of the day cluster. Afterwards, we are going to share some of these very unique personalization engine that has been patented. And Spotify rely also on copyright to protect their creative expressions, the unique compilation of their playlist, the artwork, their own podcast content. All these creative creations, they are all owned by copyright. And also the trademarks protects the trade identifier, the name, the logos, the slogans that consumer use to distinguish Spotify's services from the others. Trademark builds trust and prevent market confusion. And also industrial design protects the non-functional aesthetic aspect of the product, the unique look and feel of the user interface, and the apps-based world where Spotify operates in. Industrial design define the product user experience. So these are all important ways of how the different unique ideas, Spotify's idea, are being protected. Okay, next, I would like to spend some time talking about Spotify trademark strategy. Okay, so a lot of time people will think of a trademark as just a company's name or logo. But for Spotify, this is so much more. Yeah, Spotify does not just protect its Spotify's name and logo. It protects its entire brand ecosystem. And what you can see on the screen here is the Spotify trademark families. The most basic protection, the trademark protection, is for their core identity, the name Spotify, and also the famous Soundwave logo, right, that we all know. And beyond that core service and identity, Spotify also protect the proprietary playlist. They have they have playlists, proprietary playlists that define for the user, Spotify user. You will know that you can have a playlist that define your weekly routine, and this is named Discovery Weekly. So that name is also a trademark brand. And also, if you are a Spotify user, you will receive an annual review of your listening habit, right? And this annual review is branded under the word rap. So this is also a trademark. Rap trademark is a protected name, right? So all these are brands that protects the proprietary playlist. Also, it has Spotify also protect its product features that the user uses every day. Like, for example, the Spotify Connect. You can use Spotify Connect to move music seamlessly between different devices, right? So this word Spotify Connect is also trademark. And Spotify also protect marketing slogan. For example, your year rep is here. So you'll receive a summary of your yearly listening habit. And this is the slogan for that event. So this slogan is also, your rep is here, is also trademark. So this each of these protected trademark, right, together, they form a powerful shield for the Spotify goodwill, right? That every single touch point, from discovering a new song to sharing a podcast, the name for those touch point, they are all protected as trademarks. So this is how Spotify protects the family. And a little bit on the Spotify trademark statistics. Spotify filed more than 1,500 trademarks worldwide, And the key jurisdictions are in US, Europe, Australia, China, Canada, and also it has presence in 174 market countries. So the trademark will be filed worldwide. And also, Spotify filed trademark in different strategic trademark classification, right? If you look at the breakdown of their marks, Spotify filed trademark for their most important class, which is class 9, to cover software and application for downloadable software and also mobile apps. This is their core digital product. They also filed in class 40Y for streaming services. And these streaming services cover also their product brands like Discover, Weekly, and also like Reds, right? Yeah, and also protection. Spotify also cover classes like class 42 for their software as a service products. So for SaaS service, and also technology broadcast creation platform. And also class 35 for advertising, and also class 38 for streaming data over the internet. These are the key classes protected by Spotify. Okay, and Spotify trademark takes its trademark very seriously, and it actively monitor all the key jurisdiction to make sure that any mark similar to their mark will not be registered by other parties, right? And there's this case involving Spotify in US, right? In this particular case, Spotify has successfully opposed the trademark application for Spotify. Spotify is the name for an app that connect user to legal marijuana dispensary. This is apps that sell legal marijuana. So what Spotify successfully argued was that Spotify would cause brand dilution and consumer confusion, and potentially tarnished Spotify brand's image. So in this opposition, the USPTO decided that there is a likelihood of confusion and reputational dilution, and therefore agree or allow the Spotify opposition to go through and to not allow Spotify to be registered. So the US PTO decision affirmed the strength of the Spotify brand extend beyond music and must be protected from any blurring of distinctive identity. Okay, so this is for trademark, and I would like to move next to industrial design and look at how Spotify protects its industrial design. In the digital realm, right? The user interface is a very important touch point. And what Spotify did was they have jealously locked down the critical touch point through industrial design protection. So industrial design protects the look and the feel, right? It doesn't protect the function. Patent protects the function, but the look and feel, the aesthetic of experience can be protected by industrial design. So I can share some of the industrial design protection filed by Spotify. In this example that you see, Spotify filed industrial design protection for its GUI layout, for the animated screen display, and also the animated graphical user interface. These are two of the examples of the GUI design application. In fact, if you look at design in the apps world, in the digital apps world, industrial design protection for the GUI has become getting more and more popular. Majority of the industrial design protections in today relates to graphical user interface. And this is what Spotify has been doing. And not only for the GUI, certain unique display panel or display screen is also protected through industrial design. The layout when you do browsing on the apps or when you play music on the apps, these are the visual storytelling by the Spotify, and these are protected by industry design. And examples of those display panels design protection you can see in the case of these two examples. One is a US 820298. It protects how it display on the screen and how you do interaction with the user. And another design application also covers the display on the apps. Yeah, these are the things that you can protect as industrial design. And many of the graphical user interface and the display panel you see on Spotify's apps, they are actually registered as industrial designs. Okay, so next, I would like to move to patents, and I would want to share some patents filed by Spotify. Okay, so before I move on to look at some of the Spotify patent, I would like to do a short revisit on what is patentable and the patentable subject matters, right? So you can patent is actually a game of combination, right? If you come up with a combination of features, combination of features which are unique, which is new, which is inventive, and which works, you can file a patent for that combination. It's a combination game, right? So you can break patentable invention into article patent. Example of article patent is 3M. When you have paper and glue, you combine them together, and if this combination of paper and glue is new, it works and it has a better result, it has a good result, then you can own this combination through a patent. Machine patent is where you have combination of moving parts, which is new, and it deliver a better result and it works. Then you can file patents for your machine. And then you have process patent. In the case of Spotify, many of their patents are software-related patents. So these software-related processes can also be owned as a patent if these processes are unique, new, and also it deliver a better result, right? A better technical result. And you can, if you are from the chemical space, you have new composition of metal that can produce a better result, then you can own that composition as a patent. So these are how you file a patent. If you come up with a combination of features which is no one has done before and it solve a important problem for industry, you can own that combination through filing a patent. So with that, we can look at some of the combination of features that Spotify has developed and they have filed to own the technology. Okay, so let us look at some of the statistics, right? Spotify has filed over 1,100 patents globally, belonging to 500 unique patent families, right? This is the overall statistics of Spotify's patent. And most of their patents are filed in US, Europe, and also in some of the European countries mainly, right? So this is the distribution of Spotify patent. Patent being jurisdictional, in order to be effective in a particular jurisdiction, it has to be filed in that country. So most of Spotify patents are filed in Europe, US, and in Europe. And these are the numbers, right? These are the filing trend of Spotify over the years, and the technology areas where Spotify has filed patent. Spotify has filed most actively their patents in media streaming technology, recommendation system technology, and also the area on user interface. So we are going to look at these three key areas, right? And we are going to share some of the key patents in these three areas with you, and also we will look at some of the user experience patent filed by Spotify. Okay, so yeah, so Spotify patent portfolios focuses heavily on key technology differentiator, like its personalized recommendation system, its user interface, and also streaming optimization. They have been so effective that these patents are closely studied by technological giants like Google and Apple, right? And these pa- these patents are the engines that power Spotify growth, and it keeps it ahead of competition. So let's look at some of these key technology patents. So these are the 5 patents that we will be looking at. Uh, and we have compiled these 5 patents in this Spotify handbook. You can scan the QR code and you can download and you can read them in more details if you are interested, right? These are the five key patents on these 3 key technological areas. Okay, so first, I would like to share with you the first patent on personalization, right? This patent number to US 2024-0134-904 is the blueprint for user retention. It goes beyond simple recommendation engine. It describes a system that do a clustering of the listening history based on temporal context. Like for example, time of the day, what music you listen to, day of the week, what music you listen to, right? So all this listening history will be clustered together, and based on that clustering, uh, the engine can generate a recommendation vector from this cluster. And they know the user will be listening to particular kind of music on Sunday morning, right? So based on this history, this or Monday, Sunday night, another set of music, the listener will listen to. So based on this listening history, a recommendation vector will be created, and this recommendation vector will create a playlist that is intuitively right for that specific moment or specific time of the day, right? So this create a stickiness that for consumer to like to come back. One of the reason why people move to Spotify is it is especially uh, friendly. He knows what you want, right? He keeps coming back with songs that you like. So this is one of the reason, right? One of one of the technology behind this playlist creation, which is protected by a patent, right? So let's look at the claims, right? The claim is actually summarizes the combination of features that you own. And if the combination is claimed in a patent claim, anyone who copy this combination will be deemed to infringe the patent. So this is how a patents work. You own the combination that constitute a technological solution, and this combination, if it's claimed in a patent, anyone who were to copy this combination will be infringing your ideas. So if you look at this patent, it reads, right? It's a method of generating a personalized playlist. The method comprising you obtain information about recent media items presented to a user, and this information, including data about the time of the day and day of the week, what kind of media item was presented to the user, and all this information are put into cluster based on time of the day and day of the week cluster. And a recommendation vector will use the weighted average of the cluster and generate a playlist and present it to the user. So when the user, you are on a specific time, then you will get a recommendation for the song that you like for that specific time. So this is the logic behind how you get to have, you know, the right recommendation at the right time, right? And this method is protected and owned by Spotify through this patent. And this is one example of a personalization patent. The next patent I want to share with you is this second patent, US 12301-933, entitled User Interface for Media Content Playback, right? So what this patent does is it organizes music into intuitive categories, like, jazz, relax, workout. These are the category, and each category have subcategories. Like, for example, for jazz category, you have the classic jazz, you have the smooth jazz. So all the music will be categorized into categories and subcategories, and you can instantly find the perfect music that has the perfect vibes for you, right? So this is what this patent is about. It helps you to create a context-aware interface to predict what you want, and you have them organized into categories and subcategories. Okay, so this is what you have. This is a claim, right? This is an abridged version of the claim. The claim is a very long, wordy paragraph. What I have done is to summarize it into summarizing into a bridge version. So this protects a method for presenting media content to a user. You can identify different categories first, and match the categories with what the user wants, and breaking the categories into subcategories, right? If you look at the diagram, it can be a category, it can be jazz, and you can break it into subcategories. It can be a classic jazz, it can be a smooth jazz, and choose subcategories that the user would prefer. And third, if you look at the flow, you show this category on the screen so that the user can choose, right? And when the user picks something, play that music and show a looping visual relating to the categories, right? So this is a kind of interface that will enable the user to find the music they want that suits them, their mood, easily, seamlessly, rather than having a lot of music, you don't know which one to choose from. This patent, this technology, this process helps you to organize the music according to category and subcategories, and you can easily pick from. And the third patent that I would like to share relates to this playback of stream music with related content, right? What this patent tries to do is to increase engagement within a streaming session, right? It can allow simultaneous playback of the music, a primary media item, a song with related secondary content like your lyrics, like your fan posts, like the images, right? So when you play the music, you can also be shown a secondary content related to the song, like the lyrics of the song, the image of the singer, fan post comment about the song. All these will be shown together. So what does it do, right? It gives the listener a richer experience. It's not just listening. You can follow the comment, you can read the lyrics, you can see the face of the singer, right? Concurrently, and it increases, right, the value of the service, and it will make the the experience more sticky. You will continue to listen for a longer time. So how to make it happen, right? This is all described in the claim, this combination, right? So if you read this combination, the steps of a method of media streaming server, what the server will do is it will provide the playback of the first media content to a first client's device. And then if the clients ask for a certain media content, like the client asks for the lyrics captured by the first device, they will associate the lyrics to the song, right? And then when another user listen to that song, and then the lyrics will be shown to the second listener or the other listener. So all this related content will be clustered together and presented together for listener, and this server will learn, right, all which are related, and they will compile them together and they will present together to the listener. So it increases, it make a richer listening experience. So this is another interface patent filed by Spotify. You can read the full detail of this patent, right, in the handbook that I sent to you. You can download the handbook, but this is a summary of what the patents does. And patent number 4 relates to a streaming technology patented by Spotify. So one of the backbone of Spotify success, it has this group session. Yeah, this group session is you can have multiple people at different locality, no matter where they are, they can listen in at the same thing in perfect synchrony, right? This is what this group session can do. So what does it do? It keeps multiple listener in different location. They can tune in to listen to the same music. So what the solution behind this, which is patented by this product, by this patent, is you have a cloud hosted session that act as a central DJ. The central DJ will manage the playlist. They will do the playback position. They will do the command, and they will broadcast the real-time updates to all the devices so that everyone hears the same track at the same moment. Even if someone disconnect, the song was still continuous, at the same synchronized mode. So this is what this patent is about. And how does Spotify protect this patent? You can look at this method patent, right? This is a method patent sought by Spotify. It is a method for joining a group session, and what is this method about? Again, it's a combination of steps, right? The step one is the system, the server will get a request from a person device to join the group session. So what the server will do is the server will join the person's account to the list of member in the session, and it will connect the device so that they can join the session. And the server will send the current playback, right? Like what it is playing and where it is at to the device. and they can sing with everyone. So this is a simple method where everybody can join in and listen to the music at the same time. So this is another patent. So and there's another streaming patent that is the technical blueprint for the Spotify social listening feature. In this patent, it allows a solo listening session into a collaborative listening experience, right? It allows multiple party to come in to control the music playing on one speaker. The patent just now was multiple different location, but this is in one location, one music, one speaker, one device controlling one speaker, but multiple party can join in to control the speaker, right? So the solution is you have a host device that stream to a speaker, and nearby device can discover and join. And once they join, they can add song, they can change track, they can adjust the volume without interrupting the playback. So this feature is protected by this patent. And how to do it? This is the method, right? Which is done through software, and it involves a combination of steps. How the server interact with the first device that control the speaker, and how the other device can join the session and they can come in and control through the first device the speaker. So this combination of step is what Spotify has created, they have invented, and it create a new social listening capability for Spotify. And this process is locked in through this patent, and any other players wants to do social listening, wanting to do this process to control the speaker through a primary device, will have to get through this patent, right? This is how these different functions are being protected. Next, I would like to also share another interesting feature of how Spotify improve UX or user experience, right? Many people feel that user experience, these are all surface function, surface level features, but Spotify thinks otherwise. It proved that those intuitive user experience can also be owned through pattern, right? This not just create great apps, but Spotify also ensure that their unique way of connecting with the user can be a patented proprietary technology. So I'm going to show in a few patents that show how Spotify successfully use link music with different features like the color visual, like your emotion, like your movement, like your heartbeat, like your personality trait. They link music to your all these different features and use it and creating a better user experience. And this connection are being patented, right? So first, I would like to show one patent, the UX patent, where Spotify successfully patented how to sync music with color visual, right? So in this patent, you can turn a musical apps, right, into a live music show. So the music will dance to the beat, right? So the apps will analyze the rhythm and the synchronize the rhythm, the volume of the song with the screen color. It can adjust the brightness and the visual to to synchronize with the music. So it become not just a passive listening experience. You can also have lighting, visual coming in together. right? So I summarize the claim, right? It's a visual that adapts in sync with the beat and the rhythm of the song. So what this system does, it extracts the beats of the music in real time. They map the sound and they transfer the sound to color, to brightness, to saturation, and this create an audio visual experience. So this is one example of, when you play Spotify music, you have music dancing together with lights. This is a patented function, right? So if any other player wants to make music dances with light, they have to get through this patent. Another user experience patent filed by Spotify is they adapt UX, user experience, based on personality. They analyze your listening history, right? What you listen to, identify your personality. Either you are adventurous type or you are the nostalgic type, and they will use this personality to curate music recommendation and playlist that you feel that it is made for you, right? They learn who you are, your personality, and they will customize it, curate music that you know adapts to your personality. So if you look at the claim, it is the summarized claim. This is a very abridged version of the claim because the claim is too long. So I abridge it. It's a user interface that customizes itself based on the personality data. You infer the personality from the listening behavior, and it maps this personality to the user UX design, user experience design, and recommendation, and dynamically, it can personalize dynamically also as your trait evolve, right? If suddenly 2 years later you become adventurous, you used to be a very comfort person, then you become adventurous, then the music and also the UX interface will change according to your personality change, right? So this is another UX patent. Another patent filed by UX by Spotify is an emotionally aware user interface, right? So in this technology, Spotify listens to the tone, to your emotion in your voice, whether you are angry or not. Then they will tailor make the playlist and the visual interface according to your mood. If you are angry, they will show you soothing music. If you are excited, then they they will balance up your emotion by listening to your mood, and then do the interface and the music according to your and uh, another another one is patent that listen to your heartbeat, right? Is that it's like a personal relaxation coach. Listen to your heartbeat. They have a sensor, a wearable, can capture a heartbeat, and then you based on the heartbeat, you recommend music, recommend the UX that matches your pulse. Uh, your movement, it can also be like your personal DJ for workout, right? You have a motion sensor looking at your rhythm, your walking pattern, play a song to match your pace, uh, or show you user interface that matches your movement. And also, another UX patent is it has it has a glowing device, a pulse that listen to your command and respond to your command by distorting in time according to the sound of your voice to show that it is actively listening. Like for example, if you look at this, right? If you are not listening, you are not talking, then it will stay as round. But when you talk, then it will distort, it will show ripple to show that, okay, it is listening. And once you finish your request, then the animation will stop and it will new display saying that it will be processing your command. So it changes its state when processing versus when it is idle, right? So this function, the way that it is moving the glowing pulse and to show that it is paying attention to what your command is also a patented feature, right? And this not only is patented, it is also protected as a design, right? This is an industrial design together with patent to patent this function. So what we learned a lesson from Spotify case study, right? That user interface can be protected, right? Interface, user experience. User experience is not a surface feature. It can be protected. Uh, uh, that features so that the unique features that define the user experience cannot be copied by competitor. The lesson is clear, right? You have to identify the magic. What are the unique, non-obvious interaction that define your products, right? This very unique interaction that only you have that others don't have. This user experience can be viewed as an invention. The process that deliver that user experience, that unique experience, is a patentable process, right? The process of delivering that is patentable, and you can use patent as a shield to protect that user experience. This is one of the lessons that we learned from the Spotify case study. So intellectual property rights has been pivotal to Spotify success, from licensing, copyright licensing, to musical labels, from its own creation of content to the patents that protects, optimize, and personalize music delivery, and also to the scalable platform that attracts copyright user and listener worldwide. So intellectual property underpins Spotify success. And we can see, the success has been translated to the increasing number of subscribed listeners. The global music industry has 800 over million subscribers worldwide, and Spotify lead the pack with 32% market share. 32% of the people pay to be on their platform. And this is not luck, right? This is all about strategic intellectual property management. And as a result, right, you see the Spotify revenues skyrocketed from 500 million in 2012 to 15 billion in 2023. And Spotify market cap has increased 5 times from its IPO in 2018 to 127 billion, right? What power the search strategic usage of intellectual property? Spotify uses IP as a growth engine, driving innovation, loyalty, and also massive shareholders value. I think I have used up my time. I would like to pass it on to Jai for Q&A. But before I do that, right, I would like to also share with you that we have been doing this case study since 2020, since COVID, right? COVID days, we have been doing it for the past 3 to 4 years. So every year we select some interesting case study and we share with the audience what are the IP strategy behind those successful company. And on March 5th, 2026, we will do another round of case studies on Tyson. So I hope you can join us.